So very excited to be a part of the design development for Rojo, our new razzle dazzle concept on Brilliant Lady. I think we've had a lot of great learnings just from the reconceptualization from Scarlet Lady Dry Dock with our Lucky Lotus concept.
So where does the inspiration come from?
I think this was really easy for us. I think a very just natural collaboration. Jamie and Nicole and team started to develop this concept, this new modern Spanish concept, and had a lot of really strong vision with the warmth that was needed in the space. The tones really are just inspired by the Spanish culture and what you would see walking the streets of Malaga, which we had the chance to do, right? And picked up on what we've selected, seeing them in the reel.
I think also as well the layout of the restaurant allowed us to look at kind of a slightly different approach to a restaurant. Obviously we've always got our bars inside the restaurants, which is awesome, but the way that we've been able to create kind of more of a lounge in the center of the restaurant as well just really lends itself to like the tapas Spanish kind of cuisine vibe as well. So we're excited to kind of rolling that through. It gives sailors a lot more options from an experiential point of view.
So what we've learned just looking at beverage, across the past, looking at a beautiful launch of Brilliant Lady coming up and looking at the Rojo experience is, for me, at the end of the day, if it's a restaurant concept, the beverage complements that. And we look at the ingredients going into the kind of food offerings, look at the ingredients that we can kind of utilize, kind of cross between food and beverage, and things that complement, on top of it all. Now, if it's a bar concept, different story. That usually leads forward with the beverage, and we kind of create what that integrity and programming is. Kind of design layout to create a little bit more intimate seating and to elevate the experience there, similar to Pink Agave and similar to Extra Virgin. From the beverage perspective, again, for the Rojo, doing some really fun stuff.
The original restaurant was great. Razzle Dazzle, Gambay, Wake, you name it, Pink Agave, right? So it's a very unique opportunity for us as we go, our ship, ladyship goes through the dry dock purpose to be able to bring in more culinary to the ship. And we were able to partner with great chefs that really expert in the cuisine and then bring this experience on board.
We do want to change a lot of those other items to give that variety. And then when you go from ship to ship, you do see different things. And it's not just the same program across the fleet. And we're also doing that same thing as we launch Lucky Lotus on Scarlet. And then, of course, Brilliant with Rojo.
I am so freaking hungry right now after watching that. My goodness. And I'm going to have 18 days with Rojo very shortly. So excited. So excited. Hi, Tamika. How are you?
Hello, Walter. Can you see me?
I can see you just fine. You look amazing as always sitting out there on your balcony.
I'm always channeling my inner at sea, and it does do something to you, right? Like being at sea, it just being that close to the water, the sounds.
The hammock for sure. The hammock. For sure. The hammock. That's what totally makes it all. Folks, welcome. I'm Walter, your independent travel agent with Where's Walter Travel. It's a special night tonight. We're doing a virtual cruise night with Virgin Voyages and my most amazing, the greatest of all time, Tamika. Love Tamika so much. She is, I can say this on air. She is my favorite travel partner out there. I don't care who's watching. You have been there from the start. You have supported us. And you kind of made us into this top 100 machine, which I couldn't be more proud of.
Listen, I am so proud of you. It's, it's one of those things that just clicked with us from the very beginning. And it's been an amazing ride with you and your agency and your fans. Thank you so much for having me again. You guys that are tuning in, if this is your first time, you're in for a treat for sure. But Walter, we're gonna do it a little different tonight, right?
We're gonna do it a little different. I am turning this whole stage over to you, and you are gonna walk these folks. Now, whether you've been on Virgin Voyages before, maybe you're new to the cruise line, we have so many new things to talk about, including a new ship, new destinations, and longer itineraries. So with that, Tamika, I'm going to go ahead and bring your screen up, and I'm going to let you take it from there. Now, Tamika can't see me anymore, but I'll tell you that your screen is up, and let's go.
All right. Well, I wanted to tell a little bit of a story tonight, the story of Virgin Voyages, because we're no longer the new kids on the block. And I think we've had such amazing business partners like Walter and, of course, the internet that has shown Virgin Voyages to the world. And I want to show you guys a little different view of how Virgin Voyages is growing up. So back in 2022, we had 2 ships at port, 2 ships at sea with 34 ports and 24 itineraries. This is where it all started back in COVID. Walter's wearing the OG first
the original shirt
merchandise that we were selling on the ship back then.
I'm telling you.
In all honesty, we were launching a brand new cruise line during a world pandemic, and it was a lot of adjustments. So we got to know Virgin Voyages for quite a few things, but really they thought of us for very short Caribbean, 4 and 5 nights out of Miami. You fast forward to now, as of today, our fourth ladyship is in Portsmouth. She had her press day today, and she is going to start sailing for the very first time with friends and family on Thursday out of Portsmouth to New York City. So to be able to say that here we are, almost 4 years later, 4 ships, over 90 ports, and over 80 itineraries.
Amazing.
It's an amazing growth.
Wow.
And, we were never set out to be, we love all of our fellow cruise lines. We don't see them as competition. We're kind of that niche. But we're never going to be the biggest fleet out there. So it's not about quantity with us as much as it's about quality.
Exactly.
Another little cool fact, back in 2021, we had 160 shore things over 7 ports.
Yeah, I do remember struggling to find, I'm like, God, there's like nothing to do here. Come on.
Look at us now, over 1,100 shore things available for 2025, and even more coming with Alaska just around the corner for us. So we are growing up, and not only with our itineraries, but with what we can offer our future sailors. Now, I think this is important, not because I come on here to brag, but I think it's important for people to understand that, to only have been sailing for about 4 years and to win these industry awards that we have won year after year, it's a big testament to who we are, our service, our food, our product. And regardless of what you may see on TikTok or hear from YouTube, these are the facts. People love Virgin Voyages, the Condé Nast of the world, the Cosmopolitan Cruise Critic. This one's my favorite, though, because this one happened about a little bit less than a month ago. And this was the 3rd year in a row that we won Travel and Leisure's Best Award. But this was the first time in 30 years, the history of this award, that any cruise line had beat another cruise line by that many points. Wow. So it's
not even close.
It's not even close. It's an overwhelming, resounding difference. And what I have to say to you is all these people cannot be wrong, right?
I'm telling you, and that is a very worthy competitor, and you blew them away by 10 points.
Yes, we did. Very proud of that.
Nice.
Now, I know that some of you know, but just to make sure all of you know, we are that kids-free voyage. So you do have to be 18 and over to sail with us. This is the #1 reason why people are sailing with us. Yes. Over 55% of our sailors that sail with us, they have children at home. So it's not that these are, empty nesters per se, but these are people that want an elevated adult-only experience. Yes. Another big thing, another big reason why people book Virgin Voyages is because we do not like to nickel and dime. So when you book with Walter, and he gives you that price, Walter's not going to call you back in a day or two and say, hey, you ready to add on all the add-ons?
I know.
So I'm sorry, Walter, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, we got gratuities, we got meals, we got Wi-Fi, we got soft drinks. I mean, you got to pay for soft drinks on just about everybody else. But
Absolutely.
Coca-Cola products, all included. I love it. And those group exercise classes, boy band dancing, 80s workout. I mean, come on, you just don't get that anywhere else.
I agree. And you still even get your basic Wi-Fi. I love the fact that you can do name changes up to 48 hours in advance because, hey, shit happens. COVID is still very much out there, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
So that having that flexibility, because we know that adults, life is lifing. And so we wanted to make sure that we don't get you on board and you have to be asking the questions, is this included? Do I have to pay for this? So we wanted to make it simple. So for a 5-night voyage, you get over $1,000 worth of value. And that is included in your voyage fare. So this is another huge reason people keep coming back, because they're like, they see the value. And for those of you that may have considered Virgin Voyages before, and maybe you've thought, oh, it's out of my reach, or, oh, I don't want to drive to Miami, or I don't want to take a flight to New York. I promise you that the first time, it only takes one time to get on board and see that your money goes a long way. And in the society we live in, a lot of places you go, your money does not go a long way.
Nope. Not like it does on VP.
And now, we don't charge for most things, but there is one thing that we do, and that's our alcoholic beverages, our fresh pressed juices, smoothies, and elevated coffees. And so we made it pretty simple. Bar tab. You buy an amount. We sell them 200, 300, 500, 750, or 1,000. And Virgin Voyages throws in free money for you. So this is, if you are going to drink, you may want to consider this, because who doesn't like free money? I mean, I like free money.
I like free money.
I don't know. It's like almost.
I can buy a lot of coffee with free money. Yes.
Right? I mean, listen, the fresh pressed juices at Razzle Dazzle and the smoothies, there's some great, even tea time you can use this on at the
nice.
Yeah. So because we started off with that so appropriate video, and it's dinner time for me, stomach is growling, guys, right now. I just wanted to highlight the food, because this is another huge reason why people come to Virgin Voyages. The food is included, about 95% of it. There are some treat yourself items on our menus, but they're very few of those. I mean, everything from your filet mignon to your branzino, you're going to be covered. The other thing, I'm not going to assume everybody knows this, but we don't have any buffets on board.
Nope.
So for those of you that have certain eating requirements, or, you're vegan, vegetarian, maybe you're just living a new healthy lifestyle now, and you want to eat right on the ship too. We can make that happen.
Unless you walk by Lick Me Till I Scream, you are not going to be able to eat healthy. You're not going to be able to resist.
Listen, everybody deserves a treat now and then.
You do. And I want to let everybody know, I have done 7 voyages now. I mean, only 7. I don't know how many Tamika's done, but we haven't paid a dime for food on all 7. And we have eaten so well on all of those voyages. And we're going to sail 18 days very shortly on the Brilliant Lady. We're not going to pay a dime on there either. So food's amazing.
The food is amazing. And Walter, I'm a very picky eater. And my mother still to this day says, you were my worst eater. But I never go hungry on Virgin. So I can attest to that.
You got to work really hard to go hungry on a ladyship. I mean, you got to work
I know that's
really
right.
hard.
So we're going to see if this video that highlights our food will play for you guys. So just
sure. Let's see.
How did it do, Walter?
I think it did pretty doggone good. I'm ridiculously hungry right now. I recognize some things in there.
So if you could,
wow.
if you were on the ship right now and you could go to any eatery,
yes,
with the appetite that you have right now, what are you tasting for tonight?
I am probably going to Pink Agave for the steak. That's where I'm going.
That's always the best choice.
Yeah, although, you know, that will change possibly once I get to Rojo, but right now it's Pink Agave in the steak.
Yeah, you know, if the mood that I'm in tonight, I'd probably head over to Extra Virgin. The only reason I say that is because I tell people all the time with Extra Virgin, if you haven't really eaten much all day, that is where you want to go in with an empty belly. So.
No, that's a good point because that pasta. And then you got to leave room for that avocado card at the end. You got it.
That's the key right there. That avocado card.
You know, maybe you should just start with it and then work your way back. You know, I don't know.
You know what?
I'll have the salad for dessert.
You know what? I've never done that. Maybe that's something I'm going to try.
We should try that. See, Tamika, you and I, we still have not like really voyaged together. We voyage with a whole bunch of people, but I think at some point we just got to voyage together and try some things out.
I agree. Yeah. Well, speaking of Rojo, if you guys missed that amazing video that we started out with, Rojo is our newest eatery on board, and we are so excited about this. We are going to actually start getting real people telling us real things about Rojo come Thursday when she is sailing out of Portsmouth. So this is a modern Spanish elevated dining experience. This is going to have people's mouths watering. We can't even keep up with the amount of reservations. Now, Rojo by Razzle Dazzle, you'll still have Razzle Dazzle during the day, but at night you will have the Rojo menu. And this kind of this was a really good addition through our dry dock. So before Brilliant even started sailing, she went through dry dock again.
Right, that's brilliant.
Hey, did you see today, Walter, that they have told us, or it's out in the world now, what color the new Inky is?
No, what color is he?
Black.
Oh,
yeah,
kind of makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it would have been yellow or green, but so there it is, a little inside info.
There you go. We can finally reveal the new Inky because that's like the big thing. Now, before you jump into the shows, because we were just talking, I have a couple of questions, if you don't mind. Can we answer a couple of questions real quick?
Sure.
One has to do with solo travelers. From Eric. Hi, Tamika. What kind of accommodations and pricing does Virgin Voyages have for solo cruisers?
You want me to take that one?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what's really cool about our brand is that we don't punish people for sailing alone. So we do have two solo categories, which is the Solo Insider and the Solo Sea View, where you would only pay a single, for one person, not double occupancy. And we also from time to time have solo rates for special dates. For special sailing, where we offer a sea terrace cabin, but at a discounted solo rate. So for more information on that, Walter is definitely your guy. I will say this. A lot of people get FOMO when they don't have a hammock in their cabin.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. We're doing the small balcony for that 13 days. So Rebecca and I both have a hammock.
Yes, and I saw it live today. And
did you? I haven't seen it yet. Oh.
Yeah, so I have a couple of first mates that are on the ship today for a special first mate day in Portsmouth, and some of them were videoing from the slightly smaller sea terrace, and they were pleasantly surprised with the size of it.
I can't wait. And then I have a food question from Mimi. Do you think they will add a vegetarian medium or large plate item to Pink Agave? I know they have Rayo Vegano, I think, but would they ever add something like a cheese enchilada as a medium plate?
That's a really great question.
Hmm.
What I will say is that we are finally in the era where we are reviewing all of our menus for all of our eateries. We just went through 2 huge changes, one at Extra Virgin and one at Gumbay, where we
Okay.
changed and rotated menu items. And
Okay.
so, let's just say that you go on Scarlet and you go into Extra
Uh-huh.
Virgin, you'll see one menu. And then when you go on Brilliant, you'll see a different menu for certain items. So I do
Okay.
think that you'll see new life in the menus.
Okay.
And that is a great suggestion. So I'll make sure the next platform that I have a voice, I'll be able to say something.
And one of the things that I will say, and you never know, you can always just ask, is there something like that you can make?
Mhm.
And if the chef has the time and the wherewithal and the supplies, you never know. Sometimes they'll be like, well, I can't make that, but I can make this thing for you. So yeah,
Absolutely.
always ask.
Absolutely.
All right. Go ahead, Tamika. You can pick it up with your entertainment.
Okay. So we talked about, who we were. We were talking about why people are booking, the food, the no nickel and diming, the adults only atmosphere. I also want to talk about entertainment because I think
Yes.
that what we do here at Virgin Voyages is special. We're very much into those festival like acts. We have our crew right now that are reviewing, shows that are kind of out there in the world and trying to figure out some new things that are coming for us.
Yeah.
We are very meticulous about, who we bring on board, what we bring on board. You'll start to see that regionally, for instance, like our 4 and 5 nights out of Miami, there's like a hip hop party and a Spanish night. You'll see some things that are curated more towards the itineraries as this grows, but we are so excited to bring back some of our favorites like Dual Reality, but new shows, new entertainment, new music, more comedy. It's so exciting. The music is what started the Virgin brand. So we take it really seriously. And I'm going to just say, like, I love our elevator music and the music.
I love your hold music. Are you kidding me? Like the only hold music that's worth listening to.
So, if you have been on Virgin Voyages before, there is so much more to see now. So we encourage you to come see this new version of who we are with some of the oldies. But, our very first hostess, Abby, is back to launch our newest ladyship, and she has a new show, and we've just put the best of the best out.
We've never sailed with Abby, so I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, well, you're in for a treat because she has new shows, new activations. Our diva is ready to go. And for those of you that don't know, we do not have a cruise director. We have a happenings cast. And so this is a group of people that host events and have their own shows, and they're just really out to make sure that everyone's having a good time instead of everybody vowing for the attention of one person, which is the cruise director.
Right. That is hard. That is real. I'm really excited about some of these new shows on Brilliant, especially the new dinner show. Looks amazing. We're going to book that as soon as we get on the ship.
Yes. I love that. Now, this is another category that we are really becoming a competitor in, and it's the wellness field. So, people think about Virgin and they're like, oh, they're fun, they're no kids, but it's all about a balance when we become adults, right?
Right.
You have to balance. So we are seeing a lot of people that are loving our ship because they now know that they can come on and they can continue their healthy lifestyle on board with healthy options, not only from our eateries, there's to go, pick up and go fruits and snacks.
Love to pick up and go.
There's our spa, our workout areas. There's so much more to Virgin Voyages than just what is shown. One of my favorite places spa.
This is a Tamika secret right here.
It is. So I've shared this secret on Where's Walter before, but for me, it's been 18 sailings. And, Scarlet Night, I have done it probably 18 times, but I I always kind of ditch out early and I head to the spa because no one is there.
Nice.
And again, it's all about that balance, right? You're
Yeah.
out and about all day and you want to just chill or calm your nerves or just be, maybe you've been with your partner too long in the cabin and you just want some space. But let's keep it real. The redemption
Yeah.
spa.
Rebecca, wherever you are. So,
Anything from the warm quartz beds, the steam room, the
yeah.
sauna room.
Nice.
Do you know that you can get Botox on our ships?
I did not know that.
You can get Botox, you can get
Wow.
acupuncture, red light therapy. Like there are
Wow.
so many amazing. I mean, we have a tattoo parlor. You can get tattoos and piercings on board. Like there's
Mindy has a Cheshire cat that was done on the Valiant Lady.
See? And we
Yeah.
need some great tattoo artists.
Oh, yeah.
So more and more people are also coming to us because they want that getaway, right? They want to be able to, I mean, the way the ship is set up, there's so many amazing views and quiet spaces and little nooks and crannies to grab a book. Like I love to people watch when I'm on board because
That's the best part of cruising.
yeah, I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, they're taking a nap and eating ice cream. And the wife is eating ice cream next to him while he lays on her lap. What would they be doing if they were home? So as much as we know how to celebrate and have a great time, we also really, really dive into wellness. And even in 2024, we were recognized for best onboard wellness program through the Travel 8th Wave West Awards.
Nice. Nice. Wow.
Any other questions before I dive a little bit into
you're good. You go. I can't believe we're talking about 4 ships. This is craziness.
Listen, I've been with Virgin Voyages for a little bit over 4 years now, so I've seen every one of them launch.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like it's like seeing my little sisters growing up. You know what I mean? It's a very proud moment, but I'm not going to dive too deep, but I want to kind of expand everyone's mind because again, I think that we're known mainly for short Caribbean, but we have up to 12 nights. We have transatlantics. We have crossings.
Oh man,
we have something for everyone, and I think it's time that you guys get an idea of what we have out there. Now, these are our 4 beautiful ladies.
Wow.
This is the story. These ladies, Scarlet, Valiant, Resilient, and now Brilliant. They're pretty much all made the same, but they're going to have decor differences. And now coming through dry dock, you'll see different eateries on every ship as they come through dry dock. So I thought it would be fun for us to play this, Walter.
What do we got here?
Ship name.
Oh, what is our ship name?
So on the left, you'd see your sign, and then on the right is your drink of choice. So my ship name is Electric Horizon.
So mine is Lucky Smoke.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pisces and old fashioned. That works for me.
All right, you guys tell us what your ship name is.
What is your ship name, guys? I got it full screen. So everybody, what is your ship name?
I really like that one, Lucky Smoke.
Lucky Smoke. I mean, come on. Let's make that. Let's make that. I'll be the merman. I don't care. I'll be the merman. I'll be there. I love it. So we got Sassy Sea Dream, we got Dreamy Captain, Naughty Splash. There you go.
Oh, Naughty
Splash. Oh, that is a good one. That one almost beats Lucky Smoke.
No,
Saucy Smoke.
Oh, Saucy Smoke's good.
Bold Captain. Oh, this is good, Tamika. I'm liking this a lot. Wow. Very good.
Okay.
So I do have a question if you want to get it, but it's kind of like, will you guys go back? So Phil is asking, any chance you might add Australia and New Zealand? And you were there for a while.
Yeah.
And you recently left, but there's no plans on the horizon to go back at this time, are there?
We don't know. Okay. I think that we are definitely very open-minded to being able to offer voyages that are one of a kind. You will, just like we have a bunch of them through 26 and 27 already, but we're going to have some more dropping this week. Walter doesn't even know this, but we're going to have some new itineraries dropping
I
this
was
week.
looking for some new ones for somebody yesterday. I'm like, oh, come on. Need the new one. Although I did find an awesome Greece for them. So
resilience itineraries are dropping this week, guys. So make sure you take a look at that. There are special things on there. But what I would say is this. I would say that I have learned nothing is out of question for Virgin, because I never thought we were going to go to Alaska, and we're going to Alaska.
Never had Alaska on the bingo card. Ever. If you would have told me that 2 years ago, I would have laughed in your face.
Well, I was laughing when people told me you guys should go to Alaska, and I was like, it's never going to happen. And here we go. So I will say that although there is nothing that I've personally heard, I wouldn't take it completely out of the consideration, just because we're trying to reach all different parts of the world, and we're growing up here.
And it might even be part of a super cool repositioning cruise too, where we're going to go down there and see stuff. So just keep an eye out, Phil. You never know.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of getting to different places, Brilliant Lady is our first ship that's going to hit all four corners of the U.S. And that's one of the big reasons why we're excited. So many of our people from the West Coast and the Northeast are bringing her this way. So as you can see, September 5th, I cannot wait to board.
I know, September 10th for us. 5 days. You guys warm it up and we'll be right behind you.
I'll warm it up for you. Then she'll make her way. Walter, you'll be coming into this one in Miami.
We are. So we're getting on. We are getting on October 3rd and bringing it to Miami October 16th.
Yes. That's going to be a special one too.
There better be a party. There better be something. I will be so disappointed if we just come in and it's like, hi.
Oh, no.
That's going to be very disappointing.
That's not going to happen. It's coming into Port Miami, Terminal V. We got to throw a party.
Well, you got to do something. I mean, freaking Icon blew the place out with all that music. You got to do something.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, I was on Scarlet watching it come in. That was hilarious. It's awesome. Scarlet was trying to start a horn war, and Icon just turned the music up.
Well, they are huge. I mean, they are pretty huge.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a crossing from Miami through the Panama Canal over to Los Angeles.
I got a bunch of sailors on that one.
Oh, that's going to be an amazing voyage. We also have the one coming back too, with an overnight in Cartagena, and then of course our Seattle season will start in May of 2026.
Nice.
So again, the Caribbean is where we started, right? And I just want to remind people that we do have more than 4 and 5 nights. We just added 10 new gorgeous destinations, and some of those are Ocho Rios, Cartagena, St. Martin, which is beautiful, Dominica. We love to use our size to get into ports that others can't get into, because we're mid-sized by design. It's amazing to be able to pull into these, Arubas and St. Martins, and it's just a really special thing.
And you also stay in port. You don't make us get back to the ship at 4 o'clock and come running back. It's like,
Absolutely.
We might be here till 9 or hey, we've got 12, 14, and 12 hours on that voyage from Quebec down to we got 14 hours in Boston. I could go see a baseball game if I want to.
Yep. Well, we with the idea of adults in mind, we knew that was something that people didn't like about cruising, is that they didn't get a lot of time at the destinations. So we wanted to make sure that was different with us. So if you see something, let's just hypothetically say you saw an itinerary with another cruise line, and then you saw that Virgin had it. And let's just hypothetically say the sticker price, because there's always hidden costs with others, but the sticker price was cheaper. What I challenge you to do is see how long they stay in those ports you're going to, because that's where you get cut short the experience. And listen, as adults, we go through so much to carve out these little times for ourselves, and we want to maximize it, right?
Exactly.
I'm really excited about the West Coast. My daughter
Mm-hmm.
lives over there, so for her to be able to see
Nice.
part of me over there, it's a really cool thing. But
I mean, Virgin and LA just go together. Come
it
on.
does. It absolutely does. And
Yes, it's too long in coming, but yay, it's finally happening.
and those ports that we're heading to,
Yeah.
over the years, I mean, they've always been kind of like the ports to go to from
Right.
LA, but they went through a time where there was some things going on in those countries, but everything is back to a good place. So
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to go back into those ports and feel welcome and safe. And,
Yeah.
we are really, really excited about that.
That's
Now, the
awesome.
talk of the town is Alaska for us.
Here's the one that nobody saw coming. Nobody saw this coming.
Nobody saw this coming. But I will say one of the things that I think the brand did, which was a really, really smart thing, is we were very nice about the pricing. We knew coming into this game that we weren't Princess and we weren't the experts in Alaska. So we
Right.
didn't want to charge people like we were the experts. And I
Right.
think that pricing, because it's been so amazing with these great ports like Ketchikan, Sitka, Trace Mountain Fjord, people have been really attracted to Alaska. People that the other big thing we're seeing as a brand is a person like me who was never interested in going to Alaska because I thought the ship would just be full of 80 plus. Now with a brand that I know is mixed and fun and can hit all demographics, I am really open to Alaska because I know that I'll have people my age on the ship. So
And
that's
you
what
have
we
some really good itineraries too, folks. If you haven't looked at them, you've got some longer itineraries, some shorter itineraries. Whoever, that was not easy. I can tell you, folks, there's a lot of ships in Alaska. So whoever put these itineraries together did a heck of a job.
Oh, yeah. It took us a while to get that done.
Yeah, it did. It did, but it was worth it.
It definitely was. And so about 2 weeks ago, we dropped our fresh med season for 27 and we added Albania, guys. We added Albania.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we are, one of the things about our med sailing specifically is we do some great overnight stays. And so those are always the really exciting parts for me, is to get those overnights where you can do day and night in a location.
Right.
So I am really happy about that. And Walter kind of hit on this already.
Yes.
We actually have 30% more combined overnights and long stays than any other cruise line in the Caribbean for 25 and 26.
So actually, we have a question right on that. Perfect timing. Do we have any overnights in some of the ports like Curacao and Aruba? Do you know where some of these overnights are?
We don't have those overnights in there, but we have a lot of late stays, specifically in our San Juan itinerary. So you have sometimes you're not leaving until 11 o'clock at night and you get there 8 o'clock in the morning. So you just, all of the itineraries are kind of different. But we, like one of the itineraries, I forgot the name of it, but we have 2 late stays. So you're really there all day long. So just get with Walter. I'm sure he can get you those answers.
Well, and like I said, with our Quebec to Miami, we got 12 hours St. John, 12 hours New Brunswick, 14 hours Boston, and 12 hours Charleston. So yeah, I can help you find those, Jay Lawrence. Just reach out. Be happy.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring a little science to this.
Science. Oh, man.
Yes, science. It was actually one of my favorite subjects in school. But I will also say this. I have put this to the test this summer because this summer was the first summer in 4 years that I actually did two vacations that were 7+ nights. And for me, the math was a little different. So science says that it takes our bodies 3 days to decompress when we go on vacation, and then 4 days to transform, which is why a 7-night cruise is the perfect sweet spot. Right. For me, it took about 4 days, but everybody's stress level is different. But I totally agree with this. I actually feel like there's no need in me taking anything shorter than 7 nights now, because by the time my body shuts off in 3 or 4 days, it's time for me to go back to work. Right. So they say, science says that 3 days to decompress, 4 days to transform. If you look at a 7-night, a 6-night, 7-day itinerary, you got the sail away, you have days at sea, you get to really, immerse yourself in the hidden gems of the culture and the adventure. You have time for that wellness, right? And you return and you feel different. You really do feel different. You're renewed, you're refreshed, you're rebalanced. Maybe you're still hungover. I mean, no judgment here, but you're definitely transformed in 7 days. And in those
you're not
7
traveling, and you got time before you travel again. So that's nice with all the
absolutely
flights and everything.
And sometimes need a vacation after the vacation because
Right.
of traveling.
Right. Right. Back-to-back cruises solve that every time.
So some of our 7 C's for our sailors is calm. Listen, these are things that money can't buy.
No, and there is you don't know the difference until you actually step onto one of these ships. It's an intangible thing, but like about an hour into it, you're like, wow, this feels really different.
And it really transforms the experience, and it really leans into relaxation. Because how bad is it that you go when you travel and you don't have your own kids, but then you got to be worrying about everybody else's kids? Like, that's not relaxing at all.
I know. It's not.
Curation, handpicked dining and entertainment, which we've talked about. Clarity, pretty much everything's included. So there's no surprises here.
Right.
Confidence, expert crew, and beautiful design. Connection with yourself, others, and the ocean, which is one of my favorite things.
Huge. There's more seating to meet all of your fellow sailors. So
absolutely. Great. Change, leave, recharge, and reawaken. And of course, cool, because we have those iconic experiences like Scarlet Night and Shake for Champagne. And this is kind of what some of these people that are sailing with us are saying about our 7-nighters. Jordan from New York said 7 nights, 7 new best friends. The social Virgin is unmatched from dinner to dancing. Every night was, I can't even see that part. Every night was an adventure.
There you go.
Natalia from Georgia said, never cruising family style again. The adult conversations and premium everything. Completely.
I mean, you can talk about stuff. There's no kids around. You can just have a nice conversation. I love it.
Absolutely. And then Zoe from Illinois says, life-changing. The adults only experience was exactly what we needed. After 7 nights, I returned completely transformed. Nice. And these were real people that we've grabbed from our post-voyage surveys and some of their comments, because we think it's important. I mean, even if you look at where these people are located, right? You got the Northeast, you got the South, you got kind of middle America over there, but and all of them felt the same way, that it was worth it, and it was a great time spent.
It is. And I can tell you, I've had so many sailors who have been maybe a little, trepidatious, shall we say, about getting on. And I don't think I've sent one sailor on a ship who has not booked another voyage. Even if they were concerned about it before they got on the ship, they were like, this was not what I thought it was. It's exactly what you said it was going to be. And once you get on a Virgin ship, you will go down to the get lost desk and book another cruise.
I agree. And that's why I started, when we first started talking tonight, I was like, guys, if you've ever been hesitant about it before, like, you just need to go on it one time and you'll be hooked. Not only will you be hooked, but every cruise that you take after that, whether it's better or worse, you're going to compare it to Virgin, because there's so many unique things about us that I guess people feel like every cruise line should have. But
I had one guest in particular who was very hardcore to the ship that has a very interesting funnel, and she was very concerned about coming on. And she was like, I don't know if I can go back to them again. This is amazing. I'm like, see? Doesn't
that make you happy though, Walter?
It does.
You pointed somebody in the right direction.
It's one of my favorite things as a travel agent, especially when a client comes to us and they're like, well, I'm really looking at this. And I'm like, well, have you looked at this over here? And then they go on it and they're like, you know what? That really was a great vacation. That just makes me feel amazing.
I love that for you. And I love hearing those stories too. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. What's in it for you? What's in it for you who's watching? So let's talk about it. Through August 28th, we have 70% off the second sailor and free balcony upgrades. And we also have some bar tab specials on specific sail-ins. So if you want to take advantage of this and see how, what you can get, please get in touch with Walter and he can give you those quotes. In the meantime, when we were speaking of other cruise lines, our status match program is live and through October 31st. If you're part of any of these loyalty programs, you obviously see it's some of the membership tiers that are higher up. We are going to give you some extra perks just for trying us, and that includes one specialty coffee per day, dedicated services support, that an exclusive cocktail event, and man, that one bag of laundry, especially on a 7-night, that would be great.
Yes, that is a good one. That is a good one. Yes. For me, it's the coffee. It's all about the coffee.
I know it is for you. I know.
Yes. All right.
We are here again with Where's Walter? Top 100. Is it 2 or 3 years, Walter?
2 years in a row, working on my third.
Absolutely. And we've only been around for almost 4. So there goes to tell you. So we have provided you guys a special offer to book with Walter. Any booking that you make, with the exception of lock-it-in rates, but any booking that you make in any cabin category on any new bookings from today through August 28th, we are going to give you a free $50 bar tab so that you can have something to get started with, even if you just spend it on coffee.
I like it. I can have quite a few. Could I get the little macchiatos? I can make that work. Nice.
Now, listen, guys, there's something even more special, and this is the very first time that we have done this on Where's Walter.
We have something else?
Yeah. We are giving one lucky person. So this would be the first person to book a 7-night within the next 24 hours. And we are going to give you VIP perks, which include access to Richard's Rooftop, priority boarding, and early booking privileges.
Wow. Now this will be Sea Terrace or above, 7 nights.
Sea Terrace or above. 7 nights, and get treated like a rock star. Listen, I don't know if you guys have ever done Richard's Rooftop, but it's pretty cool.
So just so you understand, folks, if you book a balcony, there is no way for you to get any of the Rockstar perks. That's just like you can't upgrade, you can't buy it, you can't do anything. Tamika is giving you a chance to live like a rock star for the price of a Sea Terrace.
That's right.
That is amazing. So the first person
within
to book a 7-nighter, Sea Terrace or above. Wow.
Yes.
That'll be me. Sorry. I'm just going to go book it now so I can get that. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, wow. I can't believe you just did that. What?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know we could do that.
Well, it's not just that we could do that.
Wow.
You and I've been on a journey, right? And every time that people log in, I want them to know that they've come to the right place. And so I thought this was the right platform to give this away. And okay, somebody asked,
I see that.
Walter, do you find that a higher proportion of sailors book return trips with VV than folks who travel on other lines? Though I suspect the answer may well be yes. That's a question for you, Walter.
Yeah, well, and I want you to know SL is joining us from Scotland. He joins us all the time, or she. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's he or she. I'm so sorry, but yeah, every live stream they're joining us from Scotland. So isn't that awesome? Hi, how are you?
Do you like haggis, SL? Do you like
haggis? You had to go there.
Well, really quick, Walter. Yeah. My other part of Virgin that I worked at for 11 years, I was like one of the only Americans in the whole office, and my counterpart was from Scotland. So she used she forced me to try it. She forced me to try the haggis chips and all that stuff. So
wow. What I will say is once people try Virgin, they will book, usually 2 or 3 more, like almost in a row, because and what generally happens is like the next booking, there's somebody else who's coming on. And then the next booking, there's like 3 or 4 of them coming on. It's like, yeah, you got to try this thing. So I will say that the repeat sailors is very strong. I'm sure you guys see it too, Tamika, but the repeat, because once you get on the ship, there's still this trepidation, and a lot of it is the vloggers who focus on Scarlet Night. They focus on the manor, and if you want to be wild and crazy, you can, but it is the most chill, relaxing ship where you can enjoy each other's company. You're going to eat really well. You're going to be taken care of really well, and they make killer coffee and drinks too. Oh,
You
there
know,
you go.
the other
You guys
thing that
like
I
it.
can say is, having done 7 nights with us as well,
Yes.
one of the things that I really love is that in that 7 nights, how the crew really gets to know you. And
Yes.
so they get to know, hey, you know, you want your eggs like you had them yesterday? Or, hey, do you want a double-sided bacon? Or, hey, did you go to that show last night? Did you love it? Because our crew is not working for tips, they can naturally and authentically be themselves. And with 7-nighters, they get to know our sailors. And so something's, I mean, 4 or 5 nights, they do their best, but it's a quick turnaround, right? You could barely eat at all the eateries in 4 or 5 nights. So with a 7 night, it truly is an experience where you're not in a rush to get to everything and feel like you have to pack everything in. You can sleep in late. Our embarkation and disembarkation, hands down, is the best in cruising. The best in cruising. So on your last day, when you're crying because you don't want to go home, you don't even have to be off till 10:30 in the morning. So it's everything with us is with adults in mind, and we are evolving as a brand. And thanks to people like Walter, we have been able to get in front of audiences like you and show people what the product really is and who we are now versus who we were then, and really get you excited about trying Virgin Voyages if you haven't already, or trying it again.
Haven't already, you've got to try it. And I'm just so excited because we used to have to find those 7 and 8 nighters, and now it's like they're all over the map, which is fantastic. Like we did an 8 night for Thanksgiving 2 years ago, and we like struggled to find it. There it is. We want to go on that one. And everybody was like, oh my God, this is so nice. 8 nights on the ship. Now we've got 7, we got 10, we got 12, we got 14. So many ways to enjoy the ship. It's so exciting to have 4 in the water now. And what'd you say, like over 90 itineraries, 90 ports, something like that. It is such a different feeling now. And now it's like, oh, you want to go there? Yeah, I bet we got it. Yep, there it is. So
it is.
Exciting time to go with Virgin Voyages. So this is awesome, Tamika. Tamika's doing 3 of these tonight, folks. So this is the first one. So how about a hand for Tamika for hanging out with us for an hour as she gets ready to go do another one.
Listen, I will say this. I am lucky enough to really enjoy what I do for the brand that I love. I've been with this brand for 15 years. And it is my goal to retire from this brand. So when you love something and you believe in it, it's easy, you know. And I thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, Walter, for having me. I always appreciate you having me on your platform. Sometimes, guys, people walk up to me and like, oh my gosh, I saw you on Where's Walter? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so famous.
I love that. I love that. And with that, folks, I'll remind you, I am Walter with Where's Walter Travel. If we can help you book your Virgin Voyage anywhere on the world on any of the 4 lady ships, which will be one of the best cruises you will ever have in your life, just reach out, where'swaltertravel.com. There are links down in the description. Tamika, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. All right, guys. Everybody have a fabulous evening. We'll see you soon. Bye.